Guys, welcome back into the studio, and we got back from last week's pike fishing session. If you haven't seen the latest video, just click in the link somewhere and you'll see some great big pikes and some great laughter. We had a lot of fun. But we're inside today, and I want to talk to you about baitcasters. And I would say the first time that I switched from a classic spinning reel towards a baitcaster, it could be quite frightening. I know I heard all these stories about tangled, messed up line and overruns and all those small mechanisms that you can dial in on the reel. And honestly, I would say that I didn't know half of the function of my first baitcaster. But you know what? Take it easy, step by step. Don't hurry, and you will get a grip of it. And in this video I will try to help you out. I brought with me the C-Tricks from Okuma, a low profile reel baitcaster. I'm using this version for my downsized pike fishing, zander fishing, so it's quite versatile. And I will show you the three basics function on how to dial it in today. So let's get started. So the first function we will look into is the star drag function, and it's the star handle here, as you see, and this function controls the main drag of the reel. If you press the star wheel forward, you will tighten up the drag, and it will be really hard to pull some line out from the spool. If you press it backwards, you will loosen up it, and it will be much easier to take out some line. So you will, as a beginner, I would recommend you to start with the star drag function quite tough, but not too hard. And the reason is, when you are hooked up and fighting a fish, you want it to be able to take some line from the spool as you're fighting it. And if you have it too tough, the line would probably just snap beside the boat or something, and you will lose the fish. So start with it quite tough, but not too hard. And in general, when you are setting your star drag function, I would say that if you are using a thinner line, go less hard on the star drag, and a thicker line, you will have to tighten up a bit more. So the next step is this little knob here, and this is the tension spool knob. And what it does is regulate the tension from the spool when you cast out the lure. And different lure have different weights, so this is something you can play around with when you're out on the water. And you will just, to tighten the tension spool knob on the C-Tricks, you will just screw it backwards, and you will tighten it up or forward to lose it up. But I would recommend you to start quite tough, but not too hard, because if you have it too loose, you will probably experience a lot of problems with the classic so-called overruns and tangled bird nests. But I would say that the line and the lure would almost drop like tough syrup from your rod tip. So that's a good starting point, and then you can just lose it up a bit by bit. So the third mechanism that we will look into is the fine-tuned braking system. And to access it on the Okuma C-Tricks, you take a flat screwdriver and you will loosen up the screw here, connect to a center pin that goes all over the reel and into the plastic sidewall here. Just pop it up and gently lose it. Inside here you'll have the fine-tuned braking system. You'll find a red disc with the number 0 to 6. And the braking system is to maintain a smoothness in the brakes as you cast out the lure. Of course, different lures have different weights, so this is also something you can just try around with. But if you are an angler that casts a lot of heavy lures, I would recommend you to start at number 6. But if you're casting a lot of versatile lures, I mean both heavy lures and maybe some medium heavy lures and light lures, maybe number 3 would be a good starting point. What I wouldn't recommend is to set it to 0, because then the spool and the reel will run totally open, and this is also a main reason that you you will experience overruns and tangle messed with the line. So all those three function, the spool, the spool tension up, the star drag function, and the fine-tuning braking system. As a beginner, I would recommend you to start quite tough on everything, dial it in, not too loose, because then is when the problem starts. Another recommendation is just go out on the water, take this video, today's video with you, and look at the video, just examine your baitcaster, try everything out, different lures, different settings. And I think the most important tip I have to give you is take it slow, step by step, and you will definitely work it out. So that's all for today, guys, and yeah, I will head home and start to pack for my next week's new adventure. We are going back to the big lake in Sweden, camera gear, all, and different friends, different setups, different type of fishing. We will do some more trolling for pike. We will maybe even do some really excited trolling for trout. So that's gonna be super cool. Have a great day, a great week. I hope you catch the really big ones, and yeah, see you.